Hi traders, this is a settings video for AmazingEA for PointsAway, PointsGap and ModifyGap. So the important thing with PointsAway is that obviously with straddle trading you need to have an initial distance from price to your first order, and the idea is that you need far enough of a distance so that the trade doesn't trigger accidentally. But you don't want to set your orders too far away because after all, each pip that you can get in at a better price, then there's more chance that your trade will be profitable. But the thing is, a lot of people set their PointsAway levels too low, and a few years ago it used to be possible to set your PointsAway as low as 50, but I don't think you can do that anymore. It's also possible that maybe with a fixed spread broker you might be able to set PointsAway a bit lower. So what I wanted to do was show you an example trade for the GBP services PMI, and this goes to show what happens if you set your PointsAway too low. So I've just put a red line here 2 minutes before the news came out, so it was easier to find this trade. But you can see that actually what happened was I set PointsAway to 80, and the news came out and it wasn't actually very good news. So the pounds spiked down, literally spiked down just over 8 pips, activated my sell order, and then a lot of people bought it, and it reversed and went the other way. And if you can imagine, that was where price was prior to the news. So you can see that it's literally 8 pips away to my sell order, and unfortunately got activated and then stopped out up here. So oh no, sorry, at here. So got stopped out for stop loss of 10 pips plus the spread, and the trade reversed so much that actually the opposite order was activated, the buy, and that was on a trailing stop, and that made a little bit of money, so I got some of it back. So this goes to show, if I'd have set my PointsAway to 10 pips, that trade wouldn't have activated, and it would have been saved from whipsaw in this case. Now I must tell you that I know that the GBP services PMI often does this, and I should have known that that might happen, but I think I just set it up with the default settings just to see what would happen. Anyway, the next thing I wanted to talk to you about was PointsGap and ModifyGap. So PointsGap is set to 200 pips, which seems like a lot. The idea is that I used to notice that opening orders can sometimes take quite a long time, especially around if you do it 5 seconds before the news. So what I set up this PointsGap thing in AmazingEA. So the idea is you can open your orders up 20 seconds, 30 seconds before, and have them set quite far away. And then 5 seconds before the news, the orders are modified and brought in close to price. And that way you've got two advantages. One is if it takes a while to open your order, then that's fine. You've got like extra time to do it. Secondly, if the broker freezes the platform and the trades don't move 5 seconds before the news, then they're not going to activate because they're 200 pips away from current price. 3, it's actually really fast, can be really fast to modify orders as opposed to opening them. So you've got better of a chance of getting them into the right place just a few seconds before the news. Okay, lastly, ModifyGap. This I set up when I realized that on 5-digit brokers now, you've got very small price increments. And when the first version of AmazingEA was written, it was common to have 4-digit brokers where price would have to move 10 points before it was actually thought of as a change in price. And I set up ModifyGap because what I noticed was that the EA was adjusting prices sometimes by 0.00001 of a, in other words, 1 point, 0.1 of a pip. And it was going through the whole modify orders thing just so that it could change the price by that small amount. And I thought, well, that's pointless, because let's say price hardly moves and it's changing the price, and then there's suddenly a big jump where it really needs to change the price and it's too busy actually changing the small increment. And so that's what ModifyGap is for. And if I'd recommend setting it to at least 10. And if you're going to be sending your points away at something quite high, like 150 or 200, I'd set it to 20, so that the trades are only modified every 2 pips instead of 1 pip. Anyway, I hope that explains these settings, and let me know what you think. Thanks, guys. Bye.